Hey everybody. So this is going to be actually the first movie review I've done on this channel. It's mostly a gaming channel, but I really love movies, and so as the title may suggest, I am going to be looking at Joker tonight. I just came back and saw it from opening night. So it's just past midnight for me, so if I look a little bit it's because I want to go to bed, but I also wanted to get my fresh impressions out there. This will be non spoilery. If people want spoilers, I can do another one. But honestly, for this movie, I will say there's not really a ton of spoilers. You are going to kind of get what you want, which is an origin story for the Joker, really. And overall impressions are very good. I feel like the movie is done very well. I feel like Joaquin Phoenix knocked it out of the park. He's somewhat channeling Heath Ledger, but he's not copying him at all. He's doing his own thing. And if you know anything about Joaquin Phoenix, he's a bit of a strange dude. So it fits him very well. I've joked that for this movie, he is playing himself somewhat. That he didn't really have to stretch too far to play the role, which is unfair to say because he did lose 30 pounds for the role, amongst other things I'm sure he did to prep for it. So really, now there's been some stuff surrounding the movie about it being very twisted and gnarly, I guess, like nasty, but really, honestly, it's not a horror movie. It's suspenseful, and it's a very slow burn movie as well. So it's not an action packed superhero movie at all. It is a very art house film, which is again unsurprising with Joaquin Phoenix. He tends to do those kind of movies. And so it's not surprised they got him for this. Now, the only problem with that is apparently this movie is a one hit wonder. They are not planning on putting this into the DC comic universe, unfortunately, which is a bit disappointing. I want to see this version of Gotham more than what we've been seeing so far. Oh, by the way, this is Scream. She's my little ball python, and she decided to climb up there all on her own, and she's just been sitting still up there. So if you haven't seen Scream, there's a video of her eating one of her first meals on the channel, and I'll be putting some more videos of her hunting her prey. She only wants it live. She's a little murder noodle. But anyway, not a video about Scream. She is hanging out with me tonight, quite literally, though. But anyways, back to Joker. I thought it was well shot. The movie is very cinematic. All the characters are really well thought out, I felt. The one of the things that frustrates me, though, is apparently this movie has no connection to the larger DC universe, and that's just going to hurt them in the long run. But I think part of the reason for that is because I doubt Joaquin Phoenix would sign on for a huge franchise thing. Even with how well he did the role, I don't think he's interested in doing it long term at all. So that's a problem. But the thing is, they kind of set it up as if they want it to be that in this movie, which is kind of foolish, I feel like. So anyways, a little bit back to what I was saying as well. It's not a movie that has a ton of really twisted, nasty things in it or anything like that. The subject matter is on mental illness, and that in itself is a heavy topic, but it's not. It doesn't lean into shock, horror stuff really. Like it has a couple of violent scenes, but nothing. I mean, they are violent. I'm not trying to detract from that, but it's not something that you'll be like, oh my gosh, for weeks about. It's not a Saw movie or something like that. But really, it's a well shot, well thought out, cinematic movie. So I can see why people at the film festivals really loved it. It's a very well self-contained movie that really, I think, it could have worked well without the Joker tag on it, honestly. But it works very well with the Joker tag as well. It's just a shame we won't be seeing more of this version of Gotham anymore. because I think that they could have really done well with that in the future. But I don't think Joaquin Phoenix would have signed on for it, and I don't think the director of this movie wanted to sign on for that either. So, take that for what it is. Go see it. I think pretty much anyone can appreciate it, only if you go into it realizing you're not going to get an action-packed Batman movie or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's a movie about a man's life and how he becomes the Joker. And it's done masterfully well as far as like a character building type of thing goes. But it's a bit disappointing for me, only in the fact that I want to see this more than whatever the heck DC is going to try to do next. They almost shoot themselves in the foot with this movie, because it's like, look how great this movie is, but we're never going to do this again. So it's like, what is the point? I guess the point is Joaquin Phoenix wanted to play the Joker. I don't know. It just seems foolish to me now to capitalize on this version. It'd be like if you took like the Dark Knight franchise and just did just the Joker movie and didn't do anything else. Like didn't expand on that universe at all with Batman Begins or Dark Knight Rises. You didn't do anything else with it for whatever reason. So maybe some way that'll change if this movie is really successful, but I don't think Joaquin Phoenix cares to continue with it. He's not the kind of guy who seems to want to stay with franchises or do anything like that. He's a successful enough actor that I don't think he is interested. So if you can't get him, you are going to have to do a different Joker. So if they plan on even doing the Joker, and after this, there's no way Leto's Joker is going to be something people want. So, anyway, I hope you guys liked this impression video. There's not really too much to get deep into on the movie, in my opinion. You can analyze some of the stuff on mental illness and some of the controversy surrounding that with what people were concerned about, but it's not a movie that celebrates violence and stuff like that. It's a movie that is, honestly, if I'm going to say anything deep about it, it's warning us in a large way about the reasons people can go crazy. Not so much an excuse or anything like that. Ultimately it's about a fictional character. So, probably one of the more fascinating things is, Robert De Niro's in the movie, and he played a mentally ill character in Taxi Driver. And this movie shares some of that DNA, I think, of that movie, from what I know, researching some of this stuff. But anyways, if you want to see a good movie, quote unquote, if you are into like cinematic, just liking the acting and the actor, it's a great movie for that. If you're looking for a bombastic popcorn movie, go watch the Marvel movies. This movie is trying to be a bit more serious, and it pulls it off in a big way. It's just really dumb that they suggest at all some larger universe at all if they're not going to use it. So anyways, this is my take on this. If you love video games, that's mostly what this channel is. If you guys like this video, I will probably do more video movie review type of stuff, but we'll see how this goes. This is the first one I did. It's a pretty simple format here, and if you like live streams and video games and stuff like that, I play a lot of that stuff, and there's a lot of videos on my channel you can check out regarding that, and I live stream almost every day on Mixer.com under Darklight Gaming. So if you've just visiting the channel for the first time, thanks a lot, and otherwise I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and me and Scream will see you later. Bye.